T-O-E-W-S.
B-R-O-Y-L-E-D-A-N-N-E.
O-R-R-S-T-U-C-K-M-E-Y-E-R. We shouldn't have to spell it out. We're a pretty big deal.
Still channeling your inner Steve Harvey, I see. He's Luke, I'm Pat. You're in the loop. Let's go no huddle. Seldomly seen on the football field, Bears receiver Kevin White reportedly had his Maserati stolen after his girlfriend was the victim of a bump and run scheme on the city's west side.
Meanwhile, the guy who's going to be throwing in passes soon finally got under center at Hallis Hall. Wasn't the smoothest start to his Bears career. We'll explain.
Well, first and foremost, I don't know who it is, but it isn't me.
Turns out Florida's coach was telling the truth. He's not the naked man chumming a shark. According to Dave Pingalore, a sportscaster in Orlando, the picture is of a former New York City police officer named Sean who says he's now afraid for his life. Think of how the shark felt.
Or his wife. I can't believe it took this long, but Tom Brady's finally going to be on the cover of Madden. It's fitting that he's going to be the cover boy for Madden NFL 18 GOAT edition. Five-time Super Bowl champ isn't worried about the Madden curse or any other superstitions for that matter.
I wanted to let you know that I'm going to be on the cover of Madden NFL 18. Now, I've heard there are some of you out there who might be worried about something called the Madden curse. There's no such things as curses. It's a total myth, okay? I feel like you're not really getting it. See? All good. No curse. All good. We got this.
Well, speaking of the greatest of all time, move over, Tommy Boy. There he is, the number 2 pick in the NFL draft. The Bears tweeting out this picture of Mitchell Trubisky during his first practice at Hallis Hall today. Chris Bowden has more on what you need to know from day one of the Tribs era.
Day one for this franchise's quarterback of the future didn't provide many surprises. The first snap under center in 7-on-7 drills was fumbled, but Mitch Trubisky did show accuracy in tossing to new teammates in this new system as he throws himself into the playbook. Now it's up to this coaching staff to shape him into their vision, especially with the challenge coming after this weekend when Mike Glennon joins him on the field.
It was good. Came out here, had a lot of fun. It's good to be back here and get to work. Just getting with the new centers, getting that rhythm, getting that timing and chemistry. And yeah, it's all about just getting better every day and working out under center.
Well, I don't know that we're really quite ready after one practice to define his career, but obviously I think, we put a lot of work into the evaluation and again saw a lot of the reasons why we decided to pick him where we did today. He's very accurate, very smart. He's got good football character as far as transferring things from the meeting room to the field, and I think we saw that today.
Our biggest challenge will definitely be the reps, and that's going to be something that this organization is embracing. Obviously the two bosses are communicate very well with each other, and then obviously I'm a part of that. Dave Ragone's a big part of that, and everyone that touches the schedule is a part of that. So we've got to be really good at assessing where each guy's at, and I think that's the biggest key for us is knowing exactly where each guy's at and figuring out and being flexible with the reps.
Covering the Bears, Chris Bowden, CSN.
Thanks, Chris. It's also Fat Arm Friday. Bears lineman Eric Kush working hard, posting this pic with teammates Charles Leno and Cody Whitehair. Word is Fat Arm Friday has now replaced GTL Gym Tan Laundry.
At least that's what Cap keeps telling us.
Yeah.
Cam Newton celebrated his birthday yesterday, and it was lit. He camped turned 28 yesterday, took the friends and family to Costa Rica. They had the yacht thing going, some ATVs, diving off the yacht, going backflips, volleyball. You name it, they had it. Also had a talented film crew and an editor to make it look like a rap video. Stuckey, this is a little bit fancier than your 40th birthday party in Wicker Park, don't you think?
Yeah, that's true.
Just a skosh more. Although you did play 2 Chainz's birthday song at your party, which I thought was appropriate.
Well, that's true, but my buddy is 3 Chainz. He's more lit than 2 Chainz. Time for the lowlights. The Reds clinging to a 1-run lead in the 8th inning last night against the Giants. And check out Scooter Gennett calling off his teammates. I got it. I said, I got it. You don't have it. Brandon Crawford ended up with a double. Lucky for Gennett, the run never scored to tie the game, and the Reds eventually held on to win it.
Arizona's Zach Greinke had a no-hitter going last night into the 8th inning. Gregory Polanco leading off the 8th with a bomb, but it's foul. All right, so that's just a long strike, so don't throw him that pitch again, right? Polanco's next swing. Oh, you did. And there goes the no-no, the shutout, maybe some pride. Greinke allowed just that one hit in 8 innings, struck out 11. Diamondbacks took care of the Pirates 2-1.
You gotta be taping me.
Time now for front page news. Pat, I heard a Cubs super fan was mad at the franchise. I assumed it was Cap, but I was wrong this time.
You're wrong. Apparently part of the Wrigley renovation is relocating the team's unofficial, self-proclaimed mascot, Ronnie Woo Woo. Woo Woo claims he was asked to leave Wrigley on April 19th because he couldn't produce a ticket when guest services approached him. Seems simple enough, right? Well, how this became a front page story for the Sun-Times today is pretty much laughable. So much so, the Cubs on their official Twitter account tweeted to the Sun-Times, "Anyone else you want us to let in without a ticket? Drop woo, the woo, Mike, woo."
Oh, that's unbelievable. Cubs and Cardinals here on CSN tonight. Here's Joe Maddon's lineup in St. Louis. Kyle Schwarber back in the leadoff spot. Ben Zobrist playing second base. Jeimer Candelario over at third, and Chris Bryant in right field. Eddie Butler called up to make the start against St. Louis. Woo!
Morning already? That is absolutely brutal. That face of yours looks like you just hung a slider. You got to have TWTW, the will to wake up. This is going to be the greatest day in the history of the world. Oh no, mercy! You know who never needed an alarm to wake up? Burley. What are you doing? Get out of bed. That ball hit deep, way back. He looks up, you can put it on the board, yes! And for my partner Steve Stone, this is a Hawk saying good morning, everybody.
All right, so the best of Hawk there, but there were a few Hawkisms that ended up on the cutting room floor, and you won't get to hear if you're one of the first 20,000 fans at Guaranteed Rate Field tomorrow for the Hawk Harrelson alarm clock giveaway.
This is the gift of giving on such a generous scale that the Hawk alarm clock could win a Nobel Prize by the time it's done. But when I think of all the great calls from Hawk that didn't make it, I wish I could cuss.
Yes.
Yes, no, yes. Long way to go. Watch out, he goes in.
But he's hurt.
Yeah, he's hurt.
I'm going downstairs. You take over, okay?
Our kids just will not quit. Kansas City has had the most TW of any team in the American League. Watch out. Oh, what are you doing? He threw him out of the ball game. You got to be vaping me. What in the hell are you doing? What are you doing, Wagner?
Oh, I love that. I do, though, like emotional Hawk. Remember when his son Casey was proposing during a White Sox game? You take it from here, DJ. I can't handle it. You take it from here, Luke.
All right, well, I was going to go check on Frazier, but instead I will go live out to Sierra Santos at Guaranteed Rate Field. Hi, Sierra. Looks like finally a nice night at the ballpark.
You know what? Yeah, it looks like it is, but it's actually kind of getting a little bit chilly now that the sun is going down, and I'm sure you guys all already have your Hawk alarm clocks. And one of the big stories this season, obviously, has been what's going on in AAA Charlotte. And they've already called some of the guys up, and one of the big differences, the travel. They take commercial flights instead of a bus. Chris Beck was telling us that one time his bus broke down outside of Charlotte. The power shut off in the bus. The guys had to climb out of the windows. And you can imagine this was actually next to a construction site, and there was a giant open manhole next door. But that's actually not even the worst AAA horror story we heard today.
Back in 2010, I was playing in the league that's in Montana in rookie ball, and we were already prepared for a 12-hour bus ride from Idaho Falls to Casper, Wyoming, and we got on the way, and about 6-7 hours in, we're in Yellowstone National Park doing switchbacks and all that. Everybody's getting a little motion sick, and then we stop. We're wondering, what's going on. Maybe the bus broke down. bus driver comes over the PA and says, hey, they closed the road, so get comfortable. And then we waited until the sun rose. They opened the road back up, and we arrived in Casper around 2:30 in the afternoon, and for a 7 o'clock game. And people were falling asleep in the dugout the next day, so it's safe to say we lost by about 20. So that was a fun day.
What did you guys eat?
We didn't eat till we got there. No snacks on the bus, rookie ball. Everybody's grinding, so, that was fun.
No, they didn't even stop at a McDonald's. All right, guys, here is the starting lineup for tonight. It's Laudy Garcia batting and leading off. He is playing shortstop in place of Tim Anderson, who is attending a close friend's funeral this weekend. Then you've got Melky Cabrera in left field, Jose Abreu playing first. Todd Frazier is at third base. Yesterday he was in the DH role, but that now belongs to Matt Davidson today. And then Yolmer Sanchez playing second, Omar Narvaez in as catcher, and then Willie Garcia, who actually told me when he got called up from AAA, he said he couldn't even talk for the first 10 minutes. He was in such surprise. But the cool thing about that, he says when you're down there in Charlotte, you've got a renewed faith because you know that you could get the call any moment with this White Sox team. So for now, I'll send it back to you guys in the studio, and hang on to those Hawk alarm clocks. I heard they're a hot commodity. Someone might snatch them off your desk.
Oh, they better not. Thanks, Sierra. We appreciate it. All right, the Houston Rockets gave their fans plenty to be ashamed of last night, but you're not going to believe what James Harden did after getting knocked out of the postseason. And we have Mark Shanowski standing by at the touchscreen. He's going to fill us in on a few potential prospects the Bulls are looking at during the NBA Combine.
Turn around, Ski, when we're talking to you.
Over here.
Over here, Ski.
Mark?
This program on CSN is brought to you by Weber's Sauces and Seasonings. For the best grilled taste, go to the expert. Weber Sauces and Seasonings. Call grilling flavor up to the bigs.
Where can you get cash fast? Right here with the Speedy Cash Title Loan. Get up to $2,500 cash on any year, make, or model. You can keep your keys and keep your car. Apply today for a Speedy Cash Title Loan.
Love that Speedy Cash.
We're here in this auto graveyard to demonstrate a remarkable car polish. New Finish, the once-a-year car polish. Simply wipe it on and just wipe it off. It's that easy. And look, New Finish restored a deep, hard shine even to this weather-beaten car. We polished this car with New Finish and ran it through 52 car washes. Even after heavy-duty detergents and powerful scrubbing, the water still beads. So get New Finish.
Available at Pep Boys, Target, Ace, O'Reilly Auto, AutoZone, Walmart, and other leading stores.
Taylor, are you going to do the ranch or do you want the green one? Do you want the green one?
There's a lot of salad dressing out there that's full of not dressing. So why buy dressing from the dressing aisle? You'll find Lighthouse dressing in the produce section, where real dressing should be. Lighthouse. See the light.
I admit it. Sometimes I pay for it. We've all got needs. But finding someone who can satisfy without spending too much isn't easy. Luckily, there's a place I can go where I always get a little more for a little less. You're the best, Mr. Sub.
Try a Mr. Submarine value meal today. Order a tasty sub on fresh-baked Toronto bread and add an RC and a bag of Lay's for only $1.99 extra. Dive into deliciousness with Mr. Submarine.
If a payday loan isn't quite what you're looking for, try a Speedy Cash installment loan. You can get more cash, up to $1,500 with our convenient payment plan. Talk to one of our friendly associates about a Speedy Cash installment loan today.
Love that Speedy Cash.
What did you do? Nothing. I stirred the tanks.
Whoa. Hey.
This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we have a problem.
Well, beat down in H-Town. James Harden and the Houston Rockets knocked out of the playoffs and humiliated by the Spurs last night, who played without Kawhi Leonard or Tony Parker. 114-75, a 39-point Texas-sized blowout on the Rockets' home floor. D'Antoni spinning the clipboard.
That's a great shot. Folks on social media gave more of an effort than Harden did last night, and as you might expect, the internet went full savage on poor James. Here's just a sampling. Joey, when the Spurs aren't fouling Harden, so he has to score without free throws. Just one of many.
No surprise the interweb was flooded with a few of these. The crying Jordan memes. Put up more shots at the club than he did in Game 6. Is that what they're saying? Oh, there's the crying Jordan.
You knew it would be there. Doing the Jordan shrug, too. Probably did that after one of his 2 shot attempts in the first half last night. He was fatigued, I think.
And Harden at the club? Yeah, that's where he went afterwards.
So seriously, after that 10-point effort, he goes to the club?
Yeah, in a hoodie. And he's having some fun.
Time now for our Lexus must-see video.
Be raping me.
Experience amazing. And we are bleeping you, Hawkaroo. So it was a rough night for Rockets fans. Nothing a little smooch with your girl on the kiss cam won't fix. Unless she turns the cheek and puts the Kirk Cousins lookalike into the friend zone. Check it out. He's thinking everything's good. She's like, no, I'm not with him. And then, oh, little cheek. Yep, you're in the friend zone, buddy. Yeah. So Harden wasn't the only one who couldn't score last night.
Ouch.
So Hamidou Diallo did not play a single second at Kentucky last year, but the freshman's still trying to get drafted in the NBA. That could help. Yesterday, Diallo had a 44.5 vertical jump, second best in the history of the Combine. He's expected to go 37th in the draft, but is he on Mark Shanowski's top 5 players the Bulls could take in the first round?
All right, right now the Bulls are holding the 16th and 38th overall picks, but there's always a chance they might try to move up into the top 10. If they stay at 16, they'll be looking for athletes and shooters, getting younger and more athletic. Indiana's OG Anunoby, he could be the pick. He probably would have been a lottery selection if he hadn't hurt his knee. He could be a great value for the Bulls and give them a second shutdown perimeter defender to go along with Jimmy Butler, maybe give JB a little bit of rest. 6'7" shooting guard Terrence Ferguson, he's right now toiling in Australia. He grew up in Tulsa, but decided to play overseas rather than go to college for 1 year. He's a very raw prospect, but his physical tools, well, they're off the charts. If the Bulls decide to go big, well, Creighton 7-footer Justin Patton could be the choice. He's a high percentage shooter, excellent finisher at the rim, and check out his response when I asked him about trying to expand his range to the three-point line.
Well, if they're looking for a stretch 5, they come to me, they find the right person. My skills translate perfectly. I can put the ball on the floor. I can shoot the ball from wood range, and I'm mid-range. I'm a willing passer too, and a great passer, and I have a high IQ. So it all goes into having a stretch 4 or stretch 5 or whatever.
Got to appreciate that. The guy's definitely not lacking for confidence. A couple of power forwards might interest the Bulls as well, especially if they decide not to re-sign restricted free agent Nico Mirotic. How about John Collins? He's a bouncy 6'10" athlete from Wake Forest. He attacks the glass on both ends and plays with a very high motor. Another guy who might interest the Bulls is Ivan Rabb. This is a guy that was projected to be a lottery pick last season, but he fell a bit in some scouts' eyes after a so-so sophomore year. The 6'10" lefty is a Chris Bosh clone physically. Problem is, he doesn't shoot it like Bosh. That's probably why he'll be available for the Bulls at 16. Bulls will have to get lucky to find a real difference maker when they're drafting in round 1.
All right, Ski, thanks. On this day, 1970, Ernie Banks made history on the north side. Just one of a few Chicago hitters to reach this exclusive club. The list is coming up next on In the Loop.
This is our magnificent mile and a half. These are our monsters of the Speedway. And this is our kind of town. This is Chicagoland Speedway, the Windy City's home for NASCAR, and summer's last big party. The Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series playoffs start here. Get your tickets now at ChicagolandSpeedway.com.
Hey, curly-haired man. Hey. You're going to want to sit down for this, because you can get a large 2-topping Pizza Hut pizza for $7.99 delivered. And with the new Pizza Hut delivery tracker, we'll text you when your order's on the way. The best pizza delivery deal, now easier to track.
Being a fan is hard. We make it easier at SportsGrade.com with officially licensed MLB gear and VIP golden ticket experiences delivered right to your door. Join the club at SportsGrade.com today.
The Illinois Lottery reminds you that luck is all around us.
Well, I love it. This piece is so you. I know, right? I saw it and I was just like, oh, I have to have it.
Is it suede?
Suede. Love suede.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Well, I love it. This piece is so you.
I know, right? I saw it and I was like, have to have it.
Is it suede?
It's suede.
I love suede.
That's why we're there with renter's insurance when things go wrong, but also here with a rewards credit card to help life go right. State Farm.
On this day in 1970, Mr. Cub did this.
Jarvis fires away. That's a fly ball. Beat the left. Back. That's it. That's it. Hey, he did it. Ernie Banks got number 500. A line drive shot.
Jack Brickhouse on the call on this day 47 years ago. Ernie Banks lined his 500th career homer into the bleachers at Wrigley. Ernie was just the 9th player at the time in baseball history to homer 500 times. I'm going to get myself a Brickhouse alarm clock. But right now, there are only 27 players in that 500 homer club. But who else has done it as a member of either the Cubs or the White Sox?
Here we go. That brings us to tonight's list, 500th homers by Chicago sports stars.
And a high fly ball belted right center field. There it goes, number 500. Sammy Sosa earns that ticket to Cooperstown.
Slow your roll, Chip. In retrospect, maybe not. Sammy slugging his 500th homer back in 2003 against the Reds. Finished with 609 in his career. He's going to have to do some apologizing before he makes his way to Cooperstown.
The Big Hurt in the Hall of Fame. He hit 448 homers with the White Sox, but he slugged number 500 wearing a Blue Jays uniform. Hit it off of Carlos Silva in the Metrodome. Frank was later tossed out of the game in the 9th inning for arguing balls and strikes with who else? Wigner.
Ball hit deep. Way back. He looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Number 500 for Jim Thome. A game winner. You're in the bottom of the 9th inning as the Sox win it 9-7. You're awesome, big man.
Awesome call from Hawkeroo as well. I think he pulled a groin on that one. Thome, 500th homer in walk-off fashion. Thome completed his illustrious career with 612 jacks.
You are awesome, big man. Would have been great on an alarm clock. I'd wake up for that. Best in show, and we're getting you ready for Cubs and Sox both playing on CSN tonight.
If you call Chicago home, you know there's only one way to eat a hot dog. There's only one tallest building. There's only one use for a folding chair in winter. Dibs. It's not the subway. It's the L. Expressways have names. There's only one color you dye a river. Real pizza's baked in a dish, and it better be deep. We have 2 baseball teams, but you have to choose one. And there's only one way true Chicagoans pay. Wintrust. Bring it home, Chicago.
In case you need anything, just give me a call.
P.O. Box 17. Of course I'm a real company.
You got the area code.
Everything your customers see tells a story. Let the UPS store help you tell the right one. From business cards and banners to expertly packed shipments to mailboxes with a real street address. Come in today for help.
Now through May 12th, get a Planet Fitness membership for only $5 down and then $10 a month. No commitment. Why? Because good things come in 5s. High fives. 5-star hotels. 5 minutes of cardio. 5 fingers for grabbing pizza. And best of all, the 5 that gets you into the judgment-free zone. Just $5 down and then $10 a month. No commitment. Now through Friday, May 12th. The world judges. We don't. Planet Fitness. Be free.
Keep your eye on the ball with MLB Network's Quick Pitch. Every big play, every clutch hit, every amazing performance. Stay close to the action with highlights from every game and previews of every upcoming matchup. Quick Pitch, late nights and every morning on MLB Network.
When your fender can't fend for itself, get it to Gerber. Gerber Collision and Glass. Over 60 Chicagoland locations. Gerber comes highly amended.
Hey, Illinois drivers, I need your help to make our roads as safe as possible. For starters, cars and trucks, please be extra careful when driving next to each other. Whoa! Also, if your phone isn't hands-free, it's illegal to use when driving in Illinois.
So drop it and drive.
And remember, when you see orange signs, look for the unexpected. Something ahead could result in a crash. See orange. Slow down. Save lives. Together, we can make zero fatalities a reality. Always drive safely and embrace the orange.
We're back with Best in Show. For that, we go to Cam Newton's 28th birthday in Costa Rica. I'm going on vacation in 2 weeks, and my vacay will look nothing like
Yeah,
this.
well, come on.
I'm going to try, though. I'm really going to try. But I think I'm missing the yacht.
2 Chainz was there.
Always stack the pillows, boys. Every chance you get, tendies, try and poke check. Use your mitt for the Rockets, boys.
Just a couple Canadians trying to teach you at home how to play the game the right way, specifically between the pipes. You know, looks a lot like the goaltending of our assistant news director, John Shipman.
Yeah, that was back in February during our Hockey Skills Challenge. He was humiliated by Burish and company. He could have used that informative video to help him out a little bit. Quick reminder, you can watch CSN Chicago from anywhere. Head to csnchicago.com/watch live to stream in the loop on your mobile device and desktop, so you can watch us anywhere now.
Yeah, and Bursch went right to the club after that.
Yeah, he did. Made it rain.
Baseball's coming your way next. Cubs here on the main channel. Sox over on CSN Plus. Enjoy baseball, everybody.
To err is human. To anticipate is the Lexus RX. With pedestrian detection, auto braking, and lane departure alert standard, experience another step closer to a safer world.
Lease the 2017 RX 350 for $429 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Cricket has something epic for you. Our plans start at only $30 a month. We've got more 4G LTE coverage than T-Mobile or Sprint. Plus, switch now and get a brand new smartphone for free. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, every barrel's aged 4 long years for a fuller, smoother flavor. Our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours?
You do know the experts at Midas will tell you when he's fixing now and what can wait, right? Like, I don't know, brakes? Of course I do.
One of the best things about driving is being able to stop. Get up to $100 back on a 2-axle brake service with your Midas credit card. For brakes, tires, oil, everything. Trust the Midas touch.
The Toyota Time Sales Event is the perfect time to get the Toyota you've been waiting for. Come in now and you can get low APR financing on the fun-to-drive Corolla, sporty Camry, adventurous RAV4, and more. During the Toyota Time Sales Event, lease a new Corolla for $159 a month or get 0% APR for 72 months plus $500 bonus cash. It all ends May 31st, so hurry in before they're gone. Toyota, let's go places.
baseball on CSN Chicago, presented by our friends at State Farm. Cubs took 2 of 3 from the Cardinals to open the season in St. Louis. They're back in the Art City tonight. Eddie Butler making his Cubs debut against the Cardinals. Mike Leake, the NL leader in ERA. Rivalry continues here on CSN tonight. David Kaplan, David DeJesus getting you ready for the first pitch from St. Louis coming up in a little bit. After the Rocky series, Joe Maddon said sleep deprivation could be a reason for losing 5 of 6. It's got to be nice to have a day off heading into the series. They had a day game on Wednesday. They fly, they get to St. Louis, and they really got like a day and a half.
Yeah, that's time to relax, go check a movie out, walk around St. Louis. They have a nice little downtown area.
Some guys went to dinner with Dexter.
Hey, that's a great time. Hopefully Dexter paid.
Yeah, exactly. It's a new contract.
You got that new deal. Let's take advantage of that guy.
But does that really recharge the engines? Because, boy, you wake up Friday and you're like, oh, right back to work.
Yeah, that 1.5 to 2 days is at the most that you want. Then you start getting a little rusty. So 1.5 days, what they got is perfect for them. Now it's time to get back and play some good baseball.
All right, let's look at the Cubs lineup tonight versus Mike Leake. It'll be Kyle Schwarber leading off in left. Chris Bryant is in right. Anthony Rizzo in the 3-hole is at first. Ben Zobrist at second. Jeimer Candelario starts at third. Wilson Contreras catches. Javier Baez is at short. Eddie Butler in the 8-hole is pitching. And Albert Almora Jr. will play center field and bat ninth for Joe Maddon's Chicago Cubs. Let's look at that lineup. I like seeing Candelario getting a shot at third base. We saw him at first the other day. And with Hayward on the DL, Bryant goes over to right.
Yeah, see what you got with him. Give him the opportunity to make a bid to get in there every day. And
to stay here.
And when Jason comes back, you never know what they're going to do. But if you hit, they're going to keep you around.
Yeah,
sure.
If you're productive with the bat, you're playing.
Yeah, 100%. They'll find a spot for you.
100%. You also look at that lineup, and I like that Wilson Contreras with the cannon arm, a Cardinal team, some of those guys will like to get out and test a young Eddie Butler.
Yeah.
I like seeing it's Wilson behind the plate.
Yeah, he's been solid this whole year. He's been a guy that brings energy to the field each and every day. And if he's not hitting, he's running the ball out, and he's just been a great influence to the whole team. And if he can just start getting solid contact more, things are going to be good for him.
All right, let's talk about Mike Matheny's lineup for tonight. Fowler's in center. Tommy Pham is in left. Carpenter's at first. Jerko is at third. Molina catches. Aledmus Diaz is at short. Randall Grichuk's in right. Colton Wong's at second. And Mike Leake in the 9-hole will pitch for Mike Matheny. Jed Jerko, a 7-game hitting streak. He's hitting .351. Tommy Pham in limited duties hitting the robust .417. Not a ton of productivity in terms of the numbers there, but this team finds a way to win.
Yeah, they're productive outs. These guys are getting on base, and it starts with Dexter Fowler. He's back to being healthy now, and once he gets going, I think the whole lineup feels that, and they get going behind him. And always Molina, he's a stalwart in this lineup. He's a guy that's going to drive runs in, and if Fowler's on in front of him, he finds a way to get those ribbies.
All right, let's look at the pitching matchup for the series opener. Eddie Butler makes his Cubs debut tonight. In 5 Iowa starts this season, he's given up just 4 earned runs in ERA. Very good, 1.17. He'll oppose Mike Leake, the NL leader in ERA. Cubs didn't see him in the opening series of the season. He's built quite a resume. As I said, he leads the NL in ERA at 1.79. Let's talk about Butler, though. 2 full seasons with the Rockies, an ERA of .650, pitching in that ballpark in Colorado. Does this feel, in your opinion, like a fresh start for him in his career? Because pitching in that place, the ball jumps.
Yeah, he's going to love pitching in Wrigley because it's the opposite of Colorado. That ball leaves in a hurry there. And I think with him, it's that fresh start. It's going to be that fresh start. All right, those numbers are done. Now let's go and let's prove myself and take over this 5th spot.
And obviously Theo and Jed saw something they liked to give up, a fairly decent prospect for him, and they like the heavy sink, which gets a lot of ground balls.
Yeah, and they have, up until this year, they've had solid defense. So far this season, it's been shaky, but you'd rather put them on the ground, and you know that these guys are going to pick it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's talk a little bit about this matchup. Dexter Fowler, When we come back, I want to ask you about Dexter playing against his buddies from Chicago. He's already had one series. He struggled. Now he's been hitting much better. We'll talk about it when we come back. There's two best friends. They had dinner yesterday. They hung out. It's Dexter. It's Anthony Rizzo. Be right back. Cubs Cardinals coming up on CSN.
Find great gifts for mom and big home improvement savings during Menards Mother's Day sale. Spend more time enjoying your deck and less time maintaining it with Ultra Deck. Low-maintenance composite decking gives you the look of real wood without the upkeep. Rustic decking is available in lengths up to 20 feet. Right now, cedar, gray, hickory, and redwood colors in 8, 12, and 16-foot lengths are only $149 a linear foot after rebate. Plus, Menards gift cards are perfect for Mother's Day.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm only here for a blue dress. Blue dress, blue dress. Blue dress, blue dress, blue dress. Blue dress.
Sometimes it's hard to leave Goodwill with just one thing.
Blue dress.
But it's okay. With your Club Goodwill Rewards card, you can earn points with every purchase for even more savings.
You always amaze me.
Do you watch stuff on that thing?
Yes. Well, have you heard about Fullscreen? Sounds familiar.
Fullscreen is a subscription video on-demand platform and app available right now on your phone.
We got comedy.
And we've got dramas.
Whoa, that's a lot.
It is a lot. It's over 1,500 hours of content.
And you can browse by mood. Stop. Sorry. Yeah.
Eligible AT&T wireless customers can get Fullscreen on us for 1 year, plus stream an app without using your data.
Cubs and Cardinals next here on CSN. Eddie Butler against Mike Leake. First pitch from St. Louis is coming up. Early season struggles by the World Series winners are nothing new. Last 4 seasons, none of the defending champs have been above 500 through 34 games. You have to go back to the 2012 Cardinals to find the last team to make the playoffs the year after they won the World Series. You take a look at the Cubs' slow start by the numbers. 500 represents the Cubs' winning percentage through 34 games. At the same time last season, the Cubs were 26-8, running roughshod over Major League Baseball.
3-2, swing and a miss.
5 is the number of Cubs regulars batting under 250. Russell, Zobrist, Rizzo, Contreras, and Schwarber should all raise their averages, along with the Cubs' run production.
Baez didn't get the ball and nobody out on the plate.
27. That's the number of errors the Cubs have already committed this season. That ranks them 25th in the majors for a team that made this spectacular look ordinary all last season.
There's a drive out into deep right center, and it will go.
13 is the number of quality starts the Cubs have registered this season, which ranks 23rd in the bigs. Through 34 games last year, the Cubs had 25 quality starts. 4.56 is the Cubs starters ERA right now. That compared to 2.26 at this time last season. As always, the numbers don't lie. They confirm the Cubs 17-17 is a reality. All right, Cubs and Cardinals coming up. Gorgeous night in St. Louis. Capacity crowd, a lot of red, a lot of blue. Should be a fun atmosphere. We'll be right back on CSN.
Pat Hughes along with Joe Madden, manager of the world champion Chicago Cubs. Joe, one of the coolest things was the parade and the rally 2 days after the World Series concluded last year. I have never seen that many happy faces in one place at the same time in my life.
Cub Stock 2016, that's what I thought. We ended up at Grant Park. I got to go up on stage, and I'm looking out there, and I thought this is exactly what Richie Havens felt like at Woodstock in 1969. It's something we'll never forget, I know that.
Ford F-Series is the truck leader for 40 straight years. And Ford Super Duty is Motor Trend's Truck of the Year. Why? F-Series is built to be the best, delivering capability, fuel economy, and smarts. And now, the F-150 with the STX Appearance Package is specially priced, making it a value in a class of its own. Now get an F-150 STX for $199 a month or up to $96.80 in total savings. Hurry while supplies last.
Hello? This is she.
Is that the doctor?
Okay, wow, really? It's 2? That's great news, thank you.
It's 2?
Yes, it's 2. It's 2-for-1 windows at Feldco.
Feldco is offering 2 windows for the price of 1, with no money down and no interest for 1 year.
2 windows for the price of 1 ends soon. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Anything that can happen will happen. Anything that can happen did happen.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
Gorgeous night in a beautiful ballpark. The Cubs and the Cardinals. It will be festive, and hopefully the boys in blue will come out on top. Cardinals 19-14, the Cubs 17-17. That leaves them 2.5 back of the front-running Redbirds in the division. David Kaplan, David DeJesus getting ready for Cubs and Cardinals next here on CSN. Time for our Fields Auto Group keys to the game. And let's start with Eddie Butler. Can the Butler serve up a winner? Well, it's a good opportunity.
This is his chance to shine. He needs to just keep that ball. He has power sink. Keep it down and away from the hitters. Break that breaking ball off of that. And just stay ahead. Get ahead 0-1, 0-2. You'll be way more comfortable if you're ahead than working behind.
Yeah, if you're 2-0, 3-1, you got big troubles in that ballpark. Yeah. We'll see. He's obviously looking at this opportunity going, Brett Anderson's on the DL, and it's been inconsistent with Jake. If he can pitch, he's going to stay.
Oh, yeah.
Our second key, enough is enough. All right, enough. They got rest. Enough with the errors. Enough with the spotty offense. Let's go out and play a complete baseball game.
You got that time off. Now it's time to lock in. It's time to really make a statement that the Cubs are here and the Cubs are ready to play baseball, and you have to play this game and beat us. We're the world champions, and let's do our thing.
Let's see. They can go out. Enough is enough. All right, that will do it for now. We will see you after the game for Blue Cross Blue Shield Cubs post-game live. Let's go back to St. Louis. Len and JD at Busch Stadium. Gentlemen, have a great broadcast.
Roger that. I kind of felt like an astronaut just now.
Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is presented by State Farm. Beautiful night here in St. Louis. Cubs and Cardinals. Game 1 of a 3-game weekend series. Cubs have dropped consecutive series for the first time this season. The Cardinals just completed a first ever 6-0 road trip. But after an off day yesterday, JD, beautiful weather tonight. I think everybody's ready to go.
Yeah, time to reset. Thought the Cubs would get healthy offensively in Denver at Coors Field. That was not the case. So they returned to St. Louis where they started the season. They won 2 out of 3 here. And you'll see a familiar foe on the mound in Mike Leake. Nobody in that Cubs clubhouse or dugout is panicking. Obviously, they want to play better than they are, but it's going to be a challenge. This Cardinal team is playing great baseball. They've won 16 of their last 21 games.
Yeah, the Cubs and Cardinals basically have swapped spots over the last 8 days. In the National League Central, Cubs have dropped 5 of their last 6, and as we mentioned, the Cardinals, after a 3-9 start, now 16-5 over their last 21 games, and no surprise, the biggest reason is their starting pitching. It's been really good.
Yeah, pitching has been outstanding during this stretch. Mike Leake, the guy who's going tonight, leads the league in ERA. Lance Lynn has been really good. Walker's been solid. And they've been swinging the bats, too. They've averaged about 7 runs per game on their recent road trip. So we look at some numbers on Mike Leake, who we obviously saw a lot when he was a member of the Reds. 2010 through 14, he was 8-2 with a 3.01. Since then, not quite as good. 1-3 with a 4.56 starting with the 2015 season. Last year, he was 0-3 against the Cubs with an ERA of 5.64, but that was primarily due to one really bad one. He made 4 starts against the Cubs, 3 decent and 1 ugly.
Right-hander Eddie Butler will make his Cubs debut tonight. To make room for him on the roster, right-hander Justin Grimm was optioned to AAA Iowa. Now the Cubs Southwest starting lineup. Schwarber in the leadoff spot. Chris Bryant red hot here as of late. Not too many hot hitters though in the Cubs lineup. Rizzo down to 218, Zobrist at 222. Jeimer Candelario gets his third consecutive start. Contreras back at the plate, Baez at short, Butler in the 8th spot, and Almora hitting 9th.
And we check in with the Cardinals defensively. Tommy Pham will play left field tonight. Steven Piscotty's on the disabled list. Dexter Fowler back in the lineup. He's been banged up a little bit. Randall Grichuk plays right. Infield configuration of Jerko, Diaz, Wong, Carpenter. Yadier Molina behind the plate, and Alexis starting pitcher for the Cardinals. As we mentioned, the veteran right-hander Mike Leake. Lexus experience amazing, and boy, he's been good. 6 starts, all quality. 4-1 with a league best 1.79 ERA. He's allowed just 1 home run. And you see a very low batting average against. He's been able to neutralize both right and left-handed hitters.
Big Jordan Baker will call balls and strikes. Bill Welke is at first, Bruce Dreckman at second, and the crew chief Mike Everett is over at third. And the leadoff man is presented by Binny's Beverage Depot. If Kyle Schwarber gets a hit here, Binny's will donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. And we're underway as Schwarber takes a strike.
Leake will give you a lot of different looks, likes to sink the fastball. He'll also cut it, throws a slider, change, and a curve. He's not a hard thrower. A little below league average in terms of his velocity, but command, movement, and unpredictability, the keys for Mike Leake.
On the ground to the shortstop Diaz. 1 away.
And that's what Leake will do when he's right. They get a lot of outs on the ground.
Check that. Maybe that was Jerko. Oh, I think it was Diaz.
No, it was Diaz because Jerko, after the strike 1, Jerko drifted over to the right side.
We did not have John Jay in our starting lineup.
No, we did not. And we have not heard anything.
And in fact, on the scoreboard, they had Bryant in the lineup as well, and they're listing Jay as a pinch hitter. That can't be right. So the former Cardinal in the lineup, and the pitch is outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
Something happened with KB during batting practice.
We're finding out now. He was scratched late, feeling under the weather. Two balls, 2 strikes. Just missed. Leake doesn't take much time between pitches.
No, fielders love playing behind him, works quickly, throws strikes. He's a very good athlete, fields his position well. He's one of the better hitting pitchers in the game.
Big crowd as always when these two teams match up. Ground ball, backhanded by Carpenter. Leake covering, 2 outs. So I guess just before the game, Bryant came down with some sort of stomach issue. So we hope he's all right. Addison Russell day-to-day with the shoulder. Jason Hayward on the DL. Cubs a little banged up right now. And the pitch to Anthony Rizzo is shot back right where it came from, into center for a base hit.
It'll be good to see the big guy get rolling. A good start, wasting no time jumping on that pitch from Leake, a guy who he has had success against. Anthony, 375 in his career against Leake, and he went down, got that low ball, and rifled it right back through the middle of the diamond. Tried to make the glove save. Could not.
That'll give Zobrist a chance here in the first. We want to apologize up front. We will have some audio issues tonight. Doing our best to make it sound crystal clear. And a foul strike on Zobrist. Cubs were shut out on Wednesday in Colorado for the second time this season. That's wide. It's 1-1. Two outs, top of the first. Beautiful night, 72 degrees here in St. Louis. We have not been blessed with great weather here as of late, but tonight a much different story as you see finally the Cubs facing a guy they've seen before.
Yeah, a very bizarre run, 5 consecutive starts against pitchers they had never faced before. The Yankees in interleague play, obviously they don't see much of the Yankees, and the Rockies featured rookies in that series. Senzatella, Freeland, and Marquez, who flirted with a no-hitter on Wednesday.
Leake ready for a 2-2 and a 2-bouncer to Colton Wong, and that's it for the Cubs. In the first, Cardinals coming up as Eddie Butler will make his Cub debut when we come back.
Looking for authentic Italian flavor? Head right to the nearest Subway. Introducing the Italian Hero Footlong, stacked with Genoa salami, mortadella, and spicy capicola. Add oil and vinegar and some Mediterranean oregano. There you have it. It's our better Italian flavor for a better Subway.
Who gives you the best in-home Wi-Fi experience? Let's find out. Welcome home. Who's your internet service provider?
I have AT&T.
Does the Wi-Fi keep up throughout the house?
Not very well.
Not very well. Did you know that Xfinity has the best in-home Wi-Fi experience?
She's been telling me that.
Let's pretend this is your house. How's the quality up there?
I give it a 10.
Let's add 5 devices to the mix. How's yours doing?
Yeah, I'm loving this. We gotta get with Xfinity.
Learn more about the best in-home Wi-Fi experience or get started for $19.99 a month for 12 months. Click, call, or visit an Xfinity store today.
So, like I was saying, both the Elantra and the Sonata have an available turbocharged engine.
You do?
And they both offer available lane departure warning.
Really?
Hey, glad I didn't mention automatic emergency braking.
Wait, it can stop itself?
So about that America's Best warranty.
Woo!
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai, and this is the reason to buy now. Hurry in and get up to 25% off a 2017 Sonata. That's $67.50 in total savings.
Hey, Frankie, what you got there? It's an Italian Hero from Subway.
It's a lot of meat on that sandwich.
A real lot.
You did good, Frankie. Introducing the Subway Italian Hero. It's stacked with our better Italian flavor for a better Subway.
Here's how the Cardinals line up their Southwest starting lineup. They're looking for their 7th consecutive win. Dexter Fowler, game-winning hit the last 2 games, but off the bench as he had been out with a shoulder/lat injury. Pham, Carpenter, Jerko, Yadier Molina in the 5th spot. Aledmys Diaz, an all-star last year, bats 6th. Grichuk over and right because Stephen Piscotty's on the DL. Wong, the second baseman, and as JD mentioned, Mike Leake, who can swing the bat.
Cubs defensively, Kyle Schwarber left, Almora Jr. center, John Jay in right, Candelario Baez, Zobrist Rizzo third to first. Wilson Contreras is the hind catcher tonight and the Lexus starting pitcher. making his first ever start in a Cub uniform. Eddie Butler, Lexus experience, amazing.
And ball one is low from Butler to Fowler. He came over from the Rockies in the offseason. Ooh, he got that pitch. That's a good one to get if you're Eddie Butler.
And yeah, then, you know, Jordan Baker's the tallest umpire in Major League Baseball, and the assumption is you're not going to get the low ball with the tall umpire, which we'll see if that holds true or not. Butler's game is similar to Leake's. He's got a little more giddy up on his fastball than Leake does, but a lot of sinkers, pitches to contact.
Hard hit grounder right to Anthony Rizzo. That'll go 3-1. February 1st, the Cubs got him from Colorado, and he was really good in spring training, and he carried that right into the regular season at AAA Iowa before a brief DL stint due to an ankle injury.
At 46th overall pick in the 2012 draft, supplemental pick after the first round. He has struggled to get on track as a big leaguer, but that's happened to a lot of pitchers in Denver. Those ex-Rockies always worth taking a chance on. Quick move through their organization.
Pham went. Call made at first by Bill Welke. Pham struggled in spring training with a bunch of strikeouts. Did not make their club, but he is here due to their outfield injuries. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2.
One going 96 miles an hour.
Pham making the most of it so far. Close, didn't
bring
get
him
it.
up, bring him up, Jordan. You know, Eddie's got to be a little amped up, a little extra adrenaline going. He was supposed to fly out of Des Moines on Wednesday. His flight got canceled. He left early yesterday, got into St. Louis midday.
Full count on Pham. Carpenter is on deck. Here it is, fouled away. Three o'clock start tomorrow, 1:15 on Sunday. This will get out of play.
Butler split time last year between the big leagues and AAA. For the Rockies, he was 2-5 with an ERA above 7. He made 9 starts and 8 relief appearances. Coming up through their system, regarded as one of their top prospects and one of the better pitching prospects in the game as a young minor leaguer.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Butler's first punch out as a Cub.
Talked about the sinker and the pitch to contact approach, but 96 elevated will get you some punch outs, and that'll play. Some deception there too as he throws that front arm up.
So here's Carpenter, the first baseman.
Got 2 guys who could be on the all-occupation team here with Butler and Carpenter.
Yeah.
Carpenter has more from a line drive hitter to a guy who pulls the ball, hits for power.
On base plus slugging currently a robust .959.
Yeah, trying to join that group of National League first basemen that are up over 1,000. I looked the other day, there was half a dozen of them.
1-1 is on the outside corner.
Oh, yeah, Wilson Contreras. Go to work out there, man. That's the second time Baker's called that pitch off the edge, down a little bit. Exploit it. And we'll put Jordan Baker on that team, too. He'll be the umpire on the all-occupation team.
Is there such an occupation as a Dreckman? Way outside. 97 that time.
I know.
From Butler. Another full count. Here's the pitch. Little tapper up along first foul. Jerko is on deck. Butler in Brett Anderson's spot in the rotation. He's on the DL. So for now, Mike Montgomery, who went into spring training battling for a starting spot, remains in the bullpen. Another 3-2 is outside for ball 4. Jerko hit .391 on their 6-0 road trip. Johnny Peralta is on the DL. He's got an upper respiratory infection.
Jerko also batted .391 during this 21-game stretch in which they've gone 16-5, slugging close to .700 over that 3-week stretch. He's been locked in.
Now, scoring a lot of runs during this streak. On the season, they're about middle of the pack in the National League in runs scored. Their starters have been great. And they've taken advantage of what you might call a soft schedule, playing teams under 500, but good teams beat the teams they should. 2-0 on Jerko. That's the one thing I will never do, and if I do, just nudge me.
Okay.
Is penalize a team for beating teams they should beat, because if you do that over the course of a season, you're going to be in the playoffs, right? You don't have to beat everybody.
Right, and baseball's such a a different animal anyway. If you took a really good basketball team and played against a bottom of the league basketball team and played a bunch of games, the really good team would win, what, 80% of the time. In baseball, you'd win 55% of the time over the long haul. So much depends on the pitching matchups in any given series.
Back-to-back 2-out walks. That'll set it up for Yadier Molina. They got a 3-year, $60 million extension before the opening night game against the Cubs back on April 2nd, and Chris Bosio will head out to the mound.
Yeah, any pitching this inning almost like a late inning reliever, huffing and puffing, airing it out, and I think Boz just wants to, all right, let's settle in here now, relax, take a deep breath, mix in that breaking ball a little bit more. Molina likes to hit the ball the other way. He hits it on the ground a lot. When he hits it in the air, a lot of times it's towards right and right center. But every now and then, especially in a situation like this, they'll look to get the head out early, try to ambush you and jerk one to left.
Taking all the way, it's a strike. We'll see how sticky his chest protector is during this series. Had to get that in there. 0-2. What did we say? The ball Got auctioned off for a couple $1,000.
Yeah. Somebody should walk up to him when behind the plate and just kind of pat him on the chest protector. One of those days we say, well, we think we've seen everything in this game until that.
One, two is hit foul. Butler grinding to get through this first inning. This will be his 28th pitch. And a ground ball to Baez, down to a knee. Zobrist covering second, and the Cardinals strand 2 after an inning. 0-0.
Supercharged muscle car goes 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds. The chain of an Echo chainsaw, 0 to 60 in 1.2. Gentlemen, start your engines. Power on and on.
Freedom is never far away. Take one drive in the most awarded and best-selling SUV brand and discover that the world is your backyard. Hurry in for great deals now at the Jeep Drive and Discover event.
Now get $4,000 total cash allowance or 0% financing for 60 months on the 2017 Jeep Cherokee.
So I'm never gonna let you go. I'll hold you forever. Oh, baby, I'm gonna let you know we belong together. We belong together.
Your home, your auto. Together, they're where life happens. That's why State Farm protects them together, to help life go right. Combine and save. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
Top of the second, and it's Jeimer Candelario to lead it off. And he takes a strike. Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is presented by State Farm. Bouncer foul.
This is Leake's second year with the Cardinals. Signed a free agent contract with them prior to last season.
Called strike 3. Yeah, he got a 5-year, $80 million deal. Mutual option for a 6th season.
29 years of age, one of 21 players who came directly to the major leagues after being drafted. He was drafted out of Arizona State. He did ultimately go back and spend some time in the minor leagues.
Contreras just 7 for his last 46. Got a big game-tying 3-run homer in the 9th in the opening game of the season here. The Cardinals would win it in the bottom of the 9th. Tapper foul.
Easier said than done, but against a guy like Leake, you got to try to force him up in the zone a little bit. Like that.
Driven to right. It's deep, and it is gone. A home run. Cubs lead 1-0 in the second.
Man, that was one impressive swing of the bat. You usually don't see Contreras drive the ball like that the other way. That was a missile. Just the second home run Leake has allowed this year. The third one that Contreras has hit. Watch this baby go. Forward home run replay, trying to go down and away with a heater, and it is up. Thigh high, outer third. Boom. Great swing of the bat.
Ball one on Javi Baez. That's a good start. Cubs taking the early lead on the Contreras homer. Strike one. Addison Russell with his sore throwing shoulder. He is available to pinch hit tonight. Not sure when he'll be able to get back into the starting lineup. I guess throwing is more of an issue. And Baez went for strike three. Call made at first by Bill Welke. And he got it right. One and 0 on the pitcher Butler. In his career 2 out of 44 with no walks and 18 strikeouts.
So what you're saying is there's room for improvement there?
Maybe so. Going outside, it's 3-1. Now 3-2. If you see a little Bronson Arroyo and Mike Leake, I think that's by design. They pitch together in the Reds rotation. He doesn't have the big leg kick Arroyo has, but a lot of other things remind you of him.
The way he dips that glove at the start of his windup.
Got the long hair.
Not tall like Arroyo, but slender. Works quickly. That was ball 4, by the way. Sometimes as a pitcher, you might be in the batter's box, might be better off going into 50-50 mode. It's kind of a defeatist approach, especially with a guy that throws as many strikes as Leake does. But nothing else. He's made him work here in this AB. There you go.
So Butler draws a 2-out walk.
This ball does offer up some crazy incidences. That is just the 8th walk issued by Leake this year, and it's to the guy with the lifetime .045 batting average.
Albert Almora Jr. takes ball 1. Boy, if Bill Plummer just could have come along a little later and caught Mike Leake with the Reds.
No.
The 1-0. Low again.
What if he would have married like Farrah Fawcett's sister?
Well, his pitches do tend to sink. That's a strike, 2-1. Cubs Cubs lead on a Contreras home run. Bounce to third. Jerko will take the shorter throw. That's to second, and that's the inning. But Wilson Contreras, with his third home run of the season, has given the Cubs an early lead.
So why do your low fares come with 2 free bags, unlike the other guys?
'Cause I know I can treat you better.
And why do your low fares stay so low?
'Cause I know I can treat you better.
Why am I wasting time with that other airline?
When you should be with me instead.
Yes. What? Southwest.
Hey, Chicago. Say yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
In the Midwest, businesses are built out of steel and grain and integrity. They don't want some off-the-shelf banker. They want momentum makers. Bankers with rolled-up sleeves and a solid work ethic who know what it's like to have everything on your shoulders. That's what builds momentum in the Midwest. The momentum makers of First Midwest Bank.
More people than ever are making the move to Nissan, making Rogue America's best-selling SUV. Make the move today. Memorial Day savings start now. Save on Rogue, a car that can help stop for you. And Altima with advanced safety features. Make the move to Nissan, America's fastest growing auto brand. Get a low $199 per month lease on Rogue or save up to $11,760 on select models.
Cubs destinations travel packages include tickets, hotel accommodations, ballpark tours, Cubs swag, and a private meet and greet with a current player. This season's destinations in Chicago include series against the Rockies, Pirates, Nationals, Blue Jays, and Cardinals. For more information, visit Cubs.com/destinations.
Cubs lead 1-0. Opposite field home run, Wilson Contreras.
Well, now we have further changes. Tommy La Stella has come into the ball game to play second base, and Ben Zobrist has moved to right field. So yeah, I'm wondering if some kind of a bug is sweeping through the ball club. I don't know.
So the guy who replaced Bryant, John Jay, also out. Okay.
Stella plays second. Bat second. So the bench remains the sore-armed Russell, Bad Boiler Bryant, and Montero.
That's it. Might see Jake Arrieta have to pinch hit at some point. And Ledmy's Diaz, 2 balls, no strikes. Although John Lackey's hitting 300, so you never know. Diaz, an all-star last year as a rookie. And knocked down by Candelario. Does he have time? He does not. Good effort, but Diaz beats it out.
That would have been one heck of a play. Made a nice recovery after knocking that ball down. A tough little in-between hop. He tries to backhand it. And just not able to get enough on that throw. Scored a base hit. Maybe had a little more time to get in front of that ball instead of playing it on the backhand side.
That's the Cardinals' first hit. And now it's Randall Grichuk. 0 for his last 16. Grichuk homered on opening night against the Cubs in the 8th, and then after Contreras tied it in the 9th, he had the game-ending RBI single.
Yeah, he seems to do his best against the Cubs. Batting average down to 228, 284 on base. So he could lose playing time as some of these Cardinal outfielders start to get healthy. Diaz can run a little bit. He's stolen 4 bases in 5 tries.
Down the right field line, and it's going to drop untouched. Foul. You mentioned Butler, a 46th overall pick, 2012 of the Rockies out of Radford University. He's from Chesapeake, Virginia. He was drafted out of high school by the Rangers in the 35th round in 2009, but decided not to sign. .6'2", 180. Contreras setting up way off the outside corner, and the pitch missed, and the throw to first late.
Contreras likes to establish early in the game his willingness to throw to the bases. Some catchers are of a mind to kind of keep their powder dry and just kind of wait. But he likes to go early.
Called strike 3. No argument from Grichuk. Second punch out for Butler.
Now that's what happens when you're scuffling like Grichuk is. You start guessing and you guess wrong. He's looking breaking ball here. And the guy who usually gets after that fastball gets locked up by that one.
Runner at first, 1 out. Colton Wong, left-handed hitting second baseman, and he takes a strike. Wong has 3 bunt hits already, 9 infield hits. Butler will fire to first. Popped up off of third. Candelario on foul ground. That's the second out. It'll bring up the pitcher, Leak.
Butler maybe starting to get the feel of that breaking ball. You know, when he was coming up as a minor leaguer, the book on him was plus fastball, outstanding changeup. And first little while with the Rockies, he threw his changeup a fair bit, but last year not so much.
Since Leak came up in 2010, he has 87 career hits. That's the most among all pitchers during this span. You can see he takes a pretty good hack. 0-1. 2 strikes on Leake. The pitch. Fly ball short right. La Stella is out. He's got it, and the inning is over. Leadoff single, no runs after 2. The Cubs lead the Cardinals 1-0.
We'll always brew our beer to have more taste and be less filling. Because we believe that if you compromise on taste, you can taste the compromise. Miller Lite. Hold true.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
I'm attorney Howard Ankin with Cubs great Andre Dawson.
Hard work is the best way to succeed. That's why if you need a lawyer, you need to call my Hawk, Howard.
If you or someone you know needs help with an injury case, call me. 312-6-million. Injury law, made personal.
As a young man, I worked in the steel mills, where I learned the value of honest hard work. It's also where I saw firsthand how lives can be changed by tragic moments, how individuals or their families struggled in the aftermath. And it was then that I decided my life's work, that while I may not be able to prevent tragic moments, I could fight to help better the lives of those who suffered them.
Now's the time to buy at Gerald Subaru in Naperville and North Aurora. We have 2 brand new facilities and have just won the prestigious Subaru Stellar Care Award for sales and excellence in customer satisfaction. So this is the perfect time to get a great deal on a new Subaru. And every Gerald Subaru comes with the Gerald exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. Come in and experience the Gerald award-winning treatment at 2 beautiful new locations. On Aurora Avenue in Naperville or I-88 in Orchard Road in the North Aurora Auto Mall.
Don't miss your chance to support the Chicago Cubs at beautiful Wrigley Field. The Cubs return home this Tuesday night for the start of a long 10-game homestand with matchups against the Reds, Brewers, and Giants. For ticket availability, visit Cubs.com.
The obligatory shot of Cubs and Cardinal fans coexisting peacefully as Kyle Schwarber takes a cutter inside. Kyle grounded out to start the ball game. And he's in a favorable count this time, 2-0. Way up in the air on the infield. Jerko on the grass as Leake thought about helping him out.
Well, Kyle had to pitch a hit there. Favorable count. A little cutter over the heart of the plate. It's a thing that Leake has been so good at. We talked about it last year with Kyle Hendricks, avoiding hard contact, and that's what Leake has done. Not a lot of strikeouts, but late movement, just creating weak contact. And on the hands out towards the end of the bat.
La Stella just came in to play defense after John Jay had to come out of the game, and a line shot fair into the right field corner. Grichuk will pick it up. La Stella has a double.
Happens a lot. The guy's a late add to the lineup. Somebody gets scratched, and player B proves to be the man of the match. We see it all the time. Maybe that'll be the case tonight for Tommy.
Rizzo with a solid single his first time. He came in 8 for 62 over his previous 15 games. And a lot of those hits were home runs. He did not play on Wednesday for the first time this season. And up until tonight, only Chris Bryant had started every game, but he was a very late scratch. I mean, just moments before we started tonight.
I think the day off in Colorado, plus the scheduled day off yesterday will help Anthony reset things.
Chokes up with 2 strikes. And pounds one on the ground to the right side. Estella at third, 2 outs.
Anthony so close to home plate. Molina set up off the inside corner, and it was like he was peeking around Anthony to see Leake.
Ball 1 to Zobrist.
DL news for you fantasy players. Juris Familia surgery, might be out for the rest of the season. Ryan Braun has gone to the disabled list, as has Trevor Story of the Rockies.
I guess Story injured himself during that doubleheader on Tuesday.
Shoulder for Story, a left calf strain for Ryan Braun.
Mike Trout returned to the Angel lineup last night. Had a tight hamstring as Zobrist takes ball 4. Trout had missed 5 games. Candelario now with 2 men on and 2 down. Guessing Jamer will be with the club at least until Jason Hayward comes off the DL, which could be as soon as the start of the upcoming homestand. He's eligible to come off on Tuesday. And a line shot the other way, but he hit it right at Pham to end the inning. Cubs strand a couple, bottom third. They lead the Cardinals 1-0.
Only Wendy's can make the Baconator, because while some other guys use frozen beef from far away,
that's 9,429 miles away.
Wendy's only uses fresh beef from ranches close by,
so we don't have to freeze it.
Then add 6 strips of bacon, cooked fresh in an oven, never a microwave, tossed with plenty of cheese, without a single veggie to get in the way.
Aww. Proving once and for all
that only Wendy's has the bacon and the Ader to make the Baconator.
Honda knows making smart choices can give us better peace of mind. But smart can also be exciting. And with Sport Mode and the Accord, now you can have both. The action-packed Accord, a car and driver's 10 best, a record 31 times. Nothing compares to a Honda.
Okay. And with your BMO Harris checking account, you don't have to pay any monthly maintenance fees.
Why?
Well, we try to understand our customers' needs. So we included no minimum balance and access to 40,000 no-fee ATMs nationwide.
Why?
Because we care about our customers.
Why?
Because,
What? These are important questions.
Why?
Introducing a checking account with no monthly maintenance fees. That's the BMO effect. BMO Harris Bank. We're here to help.
Tuesday on CSN. The Cubs open up a 3-game set versus Cincinnati. It was a home run heavy series last time they met, and the Northsiders look to do it again on their home turf. First pitch from Wrigley Field is at 7, or stream live on the NBC Sports app.
Welcome back. Cubs lead 1-0 this Tuesday. That would be May 16th. The Cubs play the Reds. First pitch, 7:05. And up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans receive a set of Joe Madden replica glasses presented by Visit Myrtle Beach. Tickets are still available for this game. Visit Cubs.com.
The update from the Cubs clubhouse is John Jay is dealing with mid-back spasms. Here's Fowler for the second time, the former Cub, making his first start in 8 days. Came off the bench, had the game-winning hit Tuesday in Miami, and then on Wednesday, go-ahead pinch hit 2-run triple in the 6th that proved to be the game winner. Cardinals, by far the best pinch hitting team in baseball.
Yeah, it's nuts. They're
435.
Last year that was the case too.
Hit a bunch of home runs.
Hazel Baker early on doing all that damage.
That is a leadoff walk to Fowler. And here comes Tommy Pham.
Third walk issued by Eddie Butler here tonight.
Here's a pitch downstairs for ball 1. Contreras will head out to the mound. Phillies and the Nationals rained out tonight. Second consecutive night the Nationals have been washed out. They'll play a day-night doubleheader on Sunday.
Seems to be a lot of rain this year.
I would agree with you. We've seen a lot of it firsthand. Called strike. Forecast looks really good this weekend. Warm temperatures and no rain. Bounced out in front of the plate. Good read by Fowler. And a wild pitch charge to Butler.
And see Fowler get the secondary, and the key is just to keep moving. Put yourself in position to take advantage of that ball in the dirt. Pham's been swinging it well. 3 multi-hit games on their recent road trip. It's got his average up to 417. Not a ton of plate appearances yet.
Three and one with Carpenter on deck. Butler steps off. Rizzo racing after it, foul territory, and he can't make the catch. Fowler was going to tag. In fact, he did. Just in case that ball was caught by Rizzo. I don't think Dexter could really see if he had caught it or not, so why not tag and run? And then about halfway to third, he found out that the ball was not caught. Sets up a 3-2. And here it is. Swing and a miss. He got him. With some high heat.
Yeah. Challenged Pham up there a couple of times and gotten it by him. So his third strikeout to go along with 3 walks. He's gotten Pham both times. Elevated cheese.
Carpenter walked in the first inning. came in with a modest 6-game hitting streak. Homered in every game in that series in Atlanta at their new ballpark last weekend. So I'm going to say Matt Carpenter will give SunTrust Park a pretty good review.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss, 0-2.
I love hitting there. I'm guessing Freddie Freeman does too.
No batting gloves for Carpenter. Leans back and waits and takes ball one. Cardinals have not yet come to Wrigley Field, and we will not see them in Chicago until June 2nd. Swing and a miss. Throw to second is late. Good tag by Baez. Back-to-back Ks for Butler.
Yeah, Matt Carpenter's tough to beat, man, with that fastball in the strike zone. So you don't see that very often. A swing and miss. He threw it right by him. Choreography with Baez out there making tags.
So Fowler got to second base with nobody out. Now there are two. And Jerko lines to Candelario to end the inning. So Eddie Butler keeping St. Louis off the board through 3 in his Cubs debut. It's the Cubs 1, Cardinals nothing.
The Black Label Gel Euro Top Queen Mattress Set by Bob's Discount Furniture and the Simmons Beauty Rest Black Mariella Queen Set. Both have comfy gel-infused memory foam, supportive latex foam, individually wrapped inner spring coils, and luxurious stretch knit fabric. So, besides the fancy logo, what's another big difference? Well, theirs is priced at a whopping $27.99, while ours is priced at only $9.99. Plus, you get the satisfaction of knowing you didn't just spend $1,800 on a fancy logo.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, every barrel's aged 4 long years for a fuller, smoother flavor. Our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours?
Relax, babe. I got unlimited access to all things MLB.
Are you sure that means all things?
Yeah, totally. Good morning, Bryce. What time is it? Funny filter time. Say something funny. I'm not that funny. I got unlimited data, so we can just keep going if you want.
T-Mobile One. Unlimited data means unlimited baseball.
On the next NBC5 News, the Cubs' Chris Bryant and Jake Arrieta take center stage on Chicago's hottest TV drama. Get your exclusive peek at next week's big Chicago Fire finale and Brant Miller's weekend forecast that you and your mom will love on the next NBC5 News. The NBC5 Storm team is surrounding the storm with Storm Ranger 5, Live Doppler 5, Storm Chaser 5, and always on the NBC5 Chicago app. When severe weather threatens, trust the NBC5 Storm team surrounding the storm.
Catch a brand new episode of Beer Money, presented by Coors Light, Chicago's favorite sports trivia show, where fans are put to the test for a chance to take home cash. Every Sunday night at 7 on CSN.
Hey, welcome back, folks. Relive the magic of last year's historic run with the official 2016 championship season Fly the W book, loaded with all kinds of good things, including personal essays by Tom Ricketts and Theo Epstein, as well as never-before-seen photos. For more information, visit Cubs.com/flythewbook.
Foul strike on Wilson Contreras. We want to welcome all our viewers watching tonight on Wellman Cooperative Telephone Company in Wellman, Iowa. Matt Caesar led off the Padres game tonight against the White Sox in Chicago with a home run. That ball drilled deep to center. He's done it again. Contreras has homered twice.
Well, now he just needs to pull one to left field next time up. He's gone to right, now to center. Boy, two really impressive swings of the bat. And Leake has not made many mistakes, but he's elevated a couple of pitches, both to Contreras, and he's taken full advantage both times. There's your forward home run replay. Harrelson had not hit a home run since April 22nd, but he's gone deep twice here tonight.
First time in his career he's hit more than one home run in a major league game. One and one on Baez.
Not take long for that ball to get out of here.
114 miles an hour off the bat. Into center for a base hit.
That ball was up.
First homer by Contreras was 109, and the second one I mentioned 114 miles an hour. Jerko in at third, expecting Butler to bunt, and he is showing already.
Oh, that's the one you want to bunt. If indeed that is your mission. Now, Carpenter can kind of hold his ground at first base a little bit longer because of Leake's athleticism. That would be my thinking anyway. If I were Mike Matheny, keep my first baseman at home a little bit longer. Tighten up that lead of Baez. Let Leake make a play, and a bad bunt, maybe you get to force that second. He measured a big lead.
Baez okay. He has to be okay. Cubs don't have anybody else available.
Yeah. See Uehara out there at shortstop before too long.
Mike Leake was leading the National League in homers per 9 innings going into this one tonight, leading the league in ERA. He was the only qualified pitcher with an ERA under 2. Runner goes and a bunt. So Baez safe as Butler is tagged out. That will be a sacrifice for Butler.
Well, Butler getting the job done at the plate tonight. Took the walk last time. Successful sacrifice here. Pushes Baez along.
That home run for Contreras, his third already this season in this ballpark. He's had 12 career at-bats here at Busch Stadium and has homered 3 times. A couple of shots now to get in Baez from second, and a strike called on Almora. Good breaking ball, nothing in 2. Fourth game of this season series. Cubs won 2 of 3 to start the season. And Almora went on a pitch way out of the strike zone. That's out number 2.
Maybe a little overly anxious for the man in scoring position.
Schwarber with 2 outs. Takes low.
Been awfully tough in these situations. Coming into this game, overall, league batting just .209 against Leake. Schwarber had a 2-0 count last time. Got a little cut fastball in the middle of the plate and popped it up.
Yeah, maybe swinging at pitches out of the zone, and when he's getting his pitch, just not squaring it up here lately. Ball 3. Ball 4.
Just didn't want to give in once he got into that dangerous count.
Here comes La Stella. Doubled in his first at bat. He's basically the third number 2 hitter the Cubs have had tonight. Chris Bryant scratched just before the game. John Jay only got 1 at bat before he was removed due to back spasms. So if I were Tommy, I'd be careful tonight. It has not been a very lucky spot in the lineup. Oh, 2. If the Cubs lineup were this is Spinal Tap, the drummer would have hit second.
Why is that?
Because they went through about 8 drummers who saw untimely demises. As Fowler makes a catch, I think you just have to see the movie. It's Wilson Contreras 2 and the Cardinals nothing.
Heineken tastes perfect every single time, and that doesn't happen by accident. It takes 15 years to become a Heineken brewmaster, almost as long as it took me to master this look.
She came to meet a man. She found an angel. What's his name now?
Still practicing. It takes 15 years to become a Heineken brewmaster. There's more behind the star.
The Toyota Time Sales Event is the perfect time to get the Toyota you've been waiting for. Come in now and you can get low APR financing on the fun-to-drive Corolla, sporty Camry, adventurous RAV4, and more. During the Toyota Time Sales Event, lease a new Corolla for $159 a month or get 0% APR for 72 months plus $500 bonus cash. It all ends May 31st, so hurry in before they're gone. Toyota, let's go places.
Slow internet? It's all those Wi-Fi devices devouring your signal. You need Wi-Fi that brings them all to life. Xfinity delivers the best in-home Wi-Fi experience with the speed you need to keep your family dreaming, streaming, and defending the universe. Bring your devices to life with Xfinity Internet from Comcast. Get Internet Plus with Blast for only $59.99 a month for a year with up to 75 megabits per second download speed. Go online, call, or visit an Xfinity store today.
Closed captioning of Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by U.S. Waterproofing.
A little seepage in your basement is no need to panic. Count on the experts at U.S. Waterproofing to diagnose and repair the problem.
For a free consultation, visit uswaterproofing.com. A better basement starts with us.
You can follow Patrick Mooney, our Cubs insider, all season long on CSNChicago.com, presented by Nationwide's Jeff Vukovich, serving the community for 38 years. Go to jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. Eddie Butler in his Cub debut, working with a 2-0 lead here in the fourth. Ball one to Molina. Shot foul to left.
Yeah, that's a swing I was talking about earlier. The cheats on a fastball, tries to do damage on the pull side. Molina signed a contract extension right at the start of the year, adding 3 years to his current deal at $20 million per.
He is 34 years old, so that's a lot of money to give an older catcher who's caught a lot of games.
Yeah, it's a bit of a risky proposition.
Also kind of feels like a bit of a legacy deal, right, for what he has already given this club, and who knows?
Well, I think because he's such a good catcher and calls the game and the way he handles pitchers, I think they feel like even if his offensive game really goes south, there's still a fair amount of value there. Because the Cardinals first got criticized, especially locally, when they didn't re-sign Albert Pujols, and then when Albert started to break down out in California, it was widely regarded as a very good decision on the part of the Cardinals not to sign Pujols.
3-2 has popped up. It will be Rizzo to get Molina. Diaz, who picked up an infield hit in his first at bat.
Yeah, up over 340 in the month of May for Diaz. Been swinging it pretty well here of late.
Breaking ball over for a strike.
He almost never walks. He doesn't strike out much either. He likes to hack.
He had a recent stretch as he bunts. It's a good one, and they're just going to let it sit there fair. No play at all. That'll be a second infield hit.
Looks like he's picking on Candelario. He hit that sharp ground ball to him that turned into a knock, and now he drops down a beautiful bunt with Jamer back. The hope was that this thing would kind of curl off the edge of the grass there, but once it started to drift right, nobody can make a play. Not an easy pitch to bunt either.
I was going to mention Diaz recently had a 3-game stretch during which he went 10 for 13. That'll help your batting average. Fouled on the screen by Grichuk. He struck out looking back in the second inning. Cardinals have just 2 hits, those infield singles by Diaz. Butler has walked 3. As Mike Matheny looks on.
Good pitch. Do you think if Butler throws like 6 or 7 shutout innings here tonight, the headline tomorrow will be the Butler did it?
Absolutely.
Kind of has to be, doesn't it?
Yeah. Going to go up this time. Yeah, not. Contreras wanted it. 1-2. Pitching matchups the rest of the weekend. Real good one tomorrow. It'll be a rematch of opening night. John Lester and Carlos Martinez. That is a fair ball. They get one, and that's all. Monday, three-time World Series champ John Lester opens up about his journey with the Cubs. Inside Look, presented by Cadillac. Premieres Monday evening at 7 on CSN, or you can live stream at csnchicago.com/watch live. Jake Arrieta, Adam Wainwright will be the starting pitchers on Sunday. Minor collision at second. No harm, no foul.
I'm surprised Tommy even tried to turn that.
Vicious cut by Colton Wong, and he fouled it.
Cardinals have been a lot better against right-handed pitching than left, so you figure that would favor the Cubs tomorrow.
Waka skipped tomorrow as they want to give him a little bit of a rest. And they were able to do that because of the off day yesterday.
Yeah, and I seem to recall the Cubs having a couple big games against him in recent years. Maybe that's part of the thinking too. What a beautiful night for baseball. One of the best we've had this year.